Chicago, Chicago's. Thank you for the 33 months of free willingly giving me your money on the internet. Do you like my new song? Chat, I'm so nauseous. I have had anti-nausea medication 3 times today. Yeah, you did that on the starting screen. So no frickin' meows for you, pizza slut. I see you, I witnessed them, and no meows for you. After 73 months, you are silenced in my chat. I can't believe we're silencing catboys during Pride Month. It's gonna get me cancelled. That's how I get cancelled, right? Silencing catboys during Pride. That would be so on brand for me. I feel like it's kind of slay. Maybe that's the reason I should be cancelled. Chat, I'm so nauseous. I think there is a chance that I have been impregnated by Jesus, because it can't have happened any other way. And that's why I'm so nauseous. I'm not sure. But I also Googled, and apparently lasting nausea is a symptom of COVID. So I don't know. Is it Stevie Nicks or is it Pixel? I don't know. It's me. My top was see-through, so I had to put on like a cute little vest because all was, yeah. I'm just going to shut the door to heat the room up. Oh, I need to tell Discord that I'm live too. I haven't done that. Oh, my God. Immune system, why hast thou forsaken me so? Hello. I'm nauseous. Ask Jesus about it. Hi, Drew. Hi, Timon. Anyway, Pizza Slut, 73 months. Thank you so much. I'm just so very grateful. It's a very long period of support. And how could anybody have known I would have ended up impregnated by Jesus? I didn't see it coming, so you couldn't have. Unless you did see it coming. Unless this was the plan all along. Did anybody write to Jesus? Nobody expects the second coming. No. Your outfit fits the pink colors of chat background nicely. Thank you. It's a thermal, and I'm very cold and very nauseous. And so I'm wearing a thermal, which I do quite like, actually. It's my winter thermal. I've had it for very many years. Yes, thank you. Jesus too. Chat, do you think I would be a good mother to Jesus too? I don't know. Maybe I would be a good mother. I feel like, maybe I would be a good Jesus too mother. I feel like as I age, I do give mother, not in the like technical mother way, but in that other mother way, you know? Good dog mum. I am a good dog mum. My little baby. Oh, my little coughing baby. I wish I could give her a big house.
A full-blown house deposit. So.
Hey.
Hey, Pix.
Did you have a blasted draft yesterday? Iris, thank you for the 30 months. I had the best time. I lost both games, but to be fair, I lost the second game because I didn't attack on one swing. And I was playing red-green. And my opponent was playing white-blue. And they were like, pretty please don't swing at me, it's Pride Month. And I was like, fine, I won't, because I felt like I was really ahead. Anyway, I learned that lesson. Won't be doing that again. So, learned that lesson. Don't ever let up on white, blue. I know, because they're so good in the late game. I know some of those words. So basically, red cards are pretty aggressive cards. And I got, the way the draft went is I ended up having to play red-green, which is like an aggressive kind of build. Whereas white-blue is, it's late game. It's, you know, yeah. But thank you for the 30 months. Honestly, it was just so cozy. The vibes were immaculate. I bought a pre-con deck. I bought my first pre-con. This is my first pre-con. And this is the case I have it in for now. But I want to buy like a little wooden one. Magic the Gathering. And this is the pre-con that I bought. You're defo getting sick. I hate this. It's not supposed to be contagious across Discord, Tiny. I'm convinced that COVID is maybe transmissible via internet or whatever sickness this is. It's giving transmissible via internet. Was it against Arky because they are the biggest gaslighter? It was. and they did gaslight me very hard. That's what happened. And then I realized, I'm like, next time I'm prepared. Anyway, this is the pre-con I bought. This is my commander. And yeah, it's a black, green, white deck, I think. But it looks really fun. Hold on, I've got this idea for Pixel in that I think I want to set her up in a washing basket. Hold on. I think she might like it.
This is a full-blown house deposit, so...
HS cheers. Hey stranger, here's to 52 months. And if you need any advice regarding
Chat, I have
MTG,
this
give me
idea
a
that
holler.
Pixel might
Been
like this.
playing Magic
Cranky!
since release of Alpha Series.
Hey stranger, here's to 52 months. If you need any advice regarding Give Me a Holler, I've been playing Magic since release. So I am surrounded by Magic people, which is both amazing and overwhelming. Like, it's great. Here, look. I think Pixel is going to like this. What do you think? Hop in. Hop in. I think you'll like it. If I was 40 centimeters long, I'd nap in there. Chat, should I buy her a crate? Should we do some old age crate training? Like, stop. She just, like... Oh, I don't like your cough. Buy her an island? I wish I could buy her a house where she didn't cough. Like, she did come back and she wasn't coughing. So it has to be environmental here somehow. And cozy? Is that nice? Okay, I think she's comfy. Oh no, she got out of it. Oh. Do you know what brand of food they were using? The same one I was using. I might give them a call and ask, because she really has just started coughing again. But I don't know if it's because I've been taking her for walks. I'm not feeling better, Munster. I've had 3 anti-nausea pills today. 3. And I still feel like I'm 6 weeks pregnant. And I'm not. As I said, unless Jesus has chosen me somehow, which seems unlikely, like I seem like a very unlikely choice for that. I can't... We'll know in 3 weeks. I've just been so nauseous all day. I'm pretty sure it's just leftover phlegm. And apparently it is one of the ones, like, it's a symptom that you can have, apparently. I feel like now there's too much in there. She doesn't like it. I need to give her options. There you go. And apparently it can be a leftover symptom, but it's very debilitating. I had so many jobs to do today, and I didn't get half the jobs I wanted to get done. A la flemme. A la flamme. I have the a la flamme. I was supposed to change Pixel's grass, and I did not have the strength to do that. So... that is a tomorrow job now, which is fine. Yeah, Shaky, I'm never doing that. Wait, no, Cranky, because I'm pretty sure that that's what I had. Like, it was a full solid week of being fucked, and now, like, this second week, I'm so nauseous. Anyway, you'll just have to put up with me complaining every once in a while, chat. The best time to do anything is tomorrow. No, the best time to do anything is right now. If it takes less than 2 minutes, you should do it right now, because then it will be done. Unless you're feeling sick, which I am. So, therefore, the best time to do something is when you're not feeling sick. I just want to be healthy. I had all of these plans when I came back from Scotland. I was like, okay, I'm ready to get back into anything. And then, bam, I was knocked on my ass for a week. And I gave it to my mum. And my mum is not well. And so I feel very bad about that. And my dad's also sick. So it's all a bit much. I'm a bit overwhelmed, but that's okay. I'm always overwhelmed. Life is overwhelming. How do people deal? We don't. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. Relatable. A bit of struggle makes us strong. Well, I'm all there for a bit. I'm
Take
rich.
my money and complain all you want.
Oh my God, $5 to let me complain? Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Imagine if I made $5 for every time I complained. Damn, I would be actually rich. I went on that train, the complain train. I like Kevbo. That's how Fox News makes money. Oh my God. I could use the Fox News business model. You guys. Can I get money for complaining too? I don't know. Do you have a cute pink thermal and a great personality like I do? Are you the potential future carrier of the second coming of Jesus because you've been nauseous for 4 days? Then I don't know. I don't know if you can make money like I do. I'm so sorry. My personality is horrible too. Oh God.
Strawman Me Bro gifted a tier 1 sub to the second Stepan. They have given 459 gift subs in the channel.
Do you know what was very validating this morning? My sister said that I was funny. Doesn't always happen that your sister says you're funny, but it was very validating. Would Jesus impregnate you for his own second coming though? I don't know. Do I seem like Jesus's type? Like, real talk, do you think I would be Jesus's type? The first one, Tasty. I have 2 younger sisters, Cosmic Quibble. I know I seem like a middle child, but I am actually the oldest. Actually, I feel like I seem like an oldest child. Does not everything about me kind of give oldest child enemy? Enemy? Oldest child? Enemy? Why did I say enemy? What was I trying to say? Energy. Do I have a brain?
I've had a rough time at work recently.
I'm sorry.
Felt like my strong close team was fracturing and pulling away from me. I internalized a lot of that as being about me.
I'm sure it's
I
not.
knew it wasn't, but it didn't feel like that. Between the therapy I've been in and the lessons I've learned here, I was able to explain how my co-workers' actions made me feel. They acknowledged my feelings and we ended the day in a very good place. Thank you for all you've done here. I wanted to share how you've helped me.
Dirty Bird, that's so nice. Thank you for sharing. What the fuck? Thank you for the 500 bits, and I'm so glad that ended well for you. Oh, I'm really, well, it sucks that it happened because, you know, team dynamics are really, really, really hard sometimes. But, oh my gosh, that's like such a good growth moment. Congratulations. That's really cool. You can't get comfy, can you? It's not what you want. So if you don't want the washing basket, that's fine. You can just have the pile again. Try that. Oldest child has no allies. They have to fight their parents for everything they get growing up. No, I didn't fight my parents for anything. I was an unusual oldest child. I didn't really break that many boundaries because I was a nerd. And that's how I ended up here with you guys. My middle sister... my middle sister... Wait, what did you do, Trier? What did you do? Place a sniffle token on a random creature on the battlefield. Creatures with sniffle tokens have sniffle touch and no other abilities. If Smixel Sniffles leaves the battlefield, remove all sniffle tokens from the game. Welcome to the Pixel Sixel server. Please take your complimentary illness on the way in. Salad clan. The fuck? Oh my god. And what the fuck is this one? This creature has sniffle touch. When this creature would deal damage to another creature, prevent all damage and place sniffle token on the creature. When this creature would deal damage to a player, prevent all damage and that player must say Achoo and mill 1 for each point of damage prevented. I just want to let everybody know that I actually have more personality traits than sneezing. I'm funny and smart and sassy, and that's for your I'm just a girl deck. Stop. Oh god, I'll believe it when I see it. Try that, it's very funny. We've seen the sneeze compilations. Yeah, I know. And look, I'm not doing anything to defend myself right now. Listen to me. I'm still incredibly stuffed up. I don't have a runny nose, but I'm so phlegmy. I'm a phlegmy lemmy. It's not nice, guys. It's really not. I need it gone. I need to be better. Fix me. What are men good for if you can't fix me? You know what? If you guys had been out hunting and gathering, I wouldn't have had to go outside, would I? You know? Oh, the amount of jokes I could make. Oh my god, I'm losing it. The amount of jokes I could make right now. You failed to bring home the bacon. If I was relaxing on a chase lounge somewhere, you know, then I would never have gotten sick. Is it time for Mooncat yet? My god, demanding. Who do you think you are? Not yet. No, exactly, Tasty. I thought we only had to hunt and you would gather. Yeah, but gathering, I mean, I definitely wouldn't have caught the sickness from gathering. Is there something we can build, destroy, or kill? Let us know. Yeah, you can all build me a deck of cards. Actually, I'm joking. I would like unopened packs of cards so I can get a little bit of dopamine. Thank you. No, but you can also build me decks of cards. You can just send me shiny paper, but like specific shiny paper, not just random shiny paper. Like, we don't want to pollute. You keep bringing up topics from a new vid. There's topics that I cover in Mooncat's new vid. Really? I always do the pre-watchy thing, don't I? Can we offer you an egg in these trying times? I do quite like an egg. I had an egg today. Are you doing card reveal content now? I don't know. Is card reveal content, you guys, something you would want? No cheap playing cards. No, 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 no. Collector boosters only. I only want shiny cards. I want shiny, Pretty things. When you think of me, if you're not thinking about a magpie, you've got it wrong. All right? Also, today's the day, chat. Today's the day of the new moon. Today, my luck begins. Today, so begins the year of the Gemini. For the next year, everything goes my way. No, I'm still recovering. My dedication, which is just miserable. Give me a list. I have plenty of shiny cards I'm not using. Well, I don't have a list yet. I'm only embarking on my PhD now, but I'm going to be smarter than everybody. And do you know how I know that I'm going to be smart? Because I'm really good at math. No, but do you know what I'm not good at? I'm not good at math, but I am good at vibes. And yeah, I'm going to be really good at the game. So, because why? Because it's not like I need any of my Dota mechanics that are really good. And obviously I'm still really good at Dota, but my old 70s car cards. I want car cards. I want MTG cards. Does MTG have power creep? I think so, but some old cards are still very playable. I do like playing blue. I like playing blue because blue has a lot of counter spells. And I was explaining this last night. When you play blue with counter spells, you can be like, no. Like, somebody tries to attack you, and you can be like, no. Actually, think again, Nemesis. I mean, it's just, the factions. It's beautiful. My deck is, well, my first precon is not blue. Well, this is my first precon. And it is black, white, and green. Anyway, when I'm playing a precon deck, do I have to have lands that are like approved lands? Or when we're playing with basic lands, can I go onto like Etsy and buy the prettiest lands I can find and put those lands in my deck instead and nobody will bat an eyelid? Or will they be like, no? Well, that's what I mean. Like, do people look at you funny if you just buy, like, basic lands? Negative? Because, like, I don't know. I've been seeing some really pretty lands that I could maybe purchase when, I don't know, I sell my kidney. Yes, I know what an artifact is. Trust the deck. The card backs are what's important and whether or not you can tell them apart from other cards. No, proxying is great no matter what. Okay, cool. Oh, baby. Are you okay? Would you like to sit up with me? Come here. Hey, you said you were green and I wasn't sure how green. I'm a little green. I'm very green. Let's be honest. I am extremely green. But I've played a bunch now. Our group doesn't really care about proxy basic lands. Okay, so I can buy pretty lands and put them in my deck, and that's fine. Well, the next deck that's coming out, I think in like August, chat, they have raccoon cards. I could have a little like trash panda deck. Do you know what I mean? That would be so fun. As long as they're not non-basics, obviously. Oh, how fun, Strong Man. I might get back into Magic for the Trash Panda decks. I mean, like, that's pretty fun, right? I don't know. To find dopamine in these trying times is quite difficult. Yeah, we play Commander. And I obviously played Draft. I have spent so much on Magic cards over here. Oh my gosh, Bree. What did you get? Oh my god, I need to see photos. A bunch of things for my mono black posty deck. The prices are great. Oh, good for you. And you've got my card here. It's in a sleeve here somewhere for you. I don't know where I put it. Oh, it's over here. We're going for a ride, Pixel. These are the cards I pulled out that I thought were pretty. I can show. You got $500 of Magic cards in the mail today? Stop. Okay. These are the cards that I pulled out that I just liked. This one, Prismatic Vista. I don't know why, I just really like the art on the card. This is the Vorinclex that I got. This is Bree's card that I'm selling Bree. The Archfiend of Despair. I honestly just liked this shiny island, so I left it out. I also just really liked the shiny High Fae Negotiator. This one I would like in shiny, but I also think the art is really cool. It's a waist knot. So, I don't know, I just thought the art was cool. This one isn't even rare. I just thought the art was cool. This one I just think is so pretty. I don't know why. It's a shiny tree. It's a shiny flowering of the white tree. Utopia Sprawls, I think they're pretty common, but I still thought it was pretty. Yeah, the borderless cards are so pretty. I really liked this one. Hilda of the Icy Crown. Stab Wound I just thought was funny. And I really liked the art. It's cute. Morphin the Boundless. All that glitters, I want that in a glitter. Lutari the Spell Chaser. Again, I just thought the art was pretty. And then Sauron Aggravated Assault and the Grey Heavens. But I mean, they're good cards. I just like they're the ones that I pulled out because I liked. But yeah, your card is there for you, Bree, when it goes in your little deck. And I'm so glad I can contribute to your posty deck. Like, that's so fun. Oh no, what have you done now? The fuck? Is this saga? Until the start of your next turn, all mana is pink mana that cannot be used for anything. What the fuck? 2, say I'm just a girl. Target male presenting opponent plays your turn for you. All players not wearing pink lose the game. It's very funny. I will post. Okay. Oh my god, that's very funny. Oh, I wish I wasn't nauseous. Have you got an idea for what deck you want to make yet? No, I'm going to let it come to me in time. You know? I will know it. I am a vibes girly. When the vibes present themselves to me, I will know. I read the signs. I saw the signs and I opened up my eyes. I saw the signs. Oh my god. That's very annoying. Pisces rising. The bloom burrow, is that the little trash panda squirrels? Yeah, I feel like that will probably. Yep. How do I tweet this card? Night public introvert. Love that when it's ready, it will come. Yeah. Yeah. That's what will happen. Are you asking chat for flavor text? I am. I don't have any brain cells left. I've been nauseous for like so long. It's rough out here. I can barely concentrate. It's not because like I don't need to spew. I just feel sick. It's pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie. Fighting for my life. But that's okay. Are you currently casting I'm Just a Girl on chat? I don't know. Are any of you wearing pink? Because it seems like I'm the winner and I'm owed several collector boosters. I am wearing pink? Oh, well, you don't lose. I mean, it counts, I suppose. I'm just like you. You're just like me. We're both nauseous and feel like we're floating on the sea. It's not very fun. Is this what people feel like who get motion sickness in games? Chat, why whenever you like try to have a personality, does it just walk out the window? You can't walk out a window, can you? Seriously, sometimes when you have to have a personality on command, it's just not there. It's nowhere to be found. It's like there's nothing in my brain. Also, hi, Famis. I don't think I said hi before, but welcome on in. Your personality is just shy?
This is a full-blown house deposit, so...
Sorry, I'll be better.
Neuro, 23 months? Sorry, I'll be better. Good. I only expect the best from all of you. Yoda does say there is no try, only do. I tweeted it. I'm probably going to get cancelled. Oh, actually, I'll do it just a tiny little sidebar. Chat, if you come across anything of me on the internet that is horrific, just report it, ignore it, move on. I have people dealing with it. This is part of being harassed, part of being a woman. But I can tell you it's not me. And the internet's fucked. So, yeah. 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 I'm kind of whatever about it. There's other people who have been targeted who are having a much harder time. It's so funny that after how much harassment I've received, I'm just kind of, okay, that's just the way it goes on the internet, but just report it, move on. And yeah, I also dealt with that today, so yeah. Good morning, False. Hello, welcome. Good evening, Synopsis. Hello, Anakim. Hello, welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday. Is it high time? Yes. It's mandatory hello time. Everybody has to say hello right now. Very good. That just makes me want to sing the goodbye song, Shaky. Hey, yo! Hi, Mountain Eucalyptus. Hello, Ashio. Hello. Hi, Rain. Hello. Lurkers unite. Well, lurkers don't have to say anything. Nothing is ever fully mandatory. It's only mandatory if you want it to be mandatory, you know?
This is a full-blown house deposit, so...
Smixel piece.
Magic, thank you
No
for
more
the
gaming,
51
no more
months.
porn.
Huh?
No, we're going to go back and learn how to dance.
Not a typo in the amount. Some stuff is underserved, this donation is deserved. Oh, and here's my mandatory hello, hello.
Aw. Oh, Femis, that's so nice. Did you donate? Did you donate leet? You did. You donated leet. That's very generous. What the fuck? Yeah, look, being a woman on the internet, basically none of the shit that comes along with it is deserved, but leet with a bit on the end, absolutely, it's leet. Well, no, it's leet. That's very generous. I can't believe you've gone and white knighted me like that. Jeez, rough. Can't believe you've supported a woman on the internet. Kind of cringe. Can't believe you would do that, as women provide nothing of value. So, terrible behavior by you. You really do, Dirty Bird. I appreciate every kind message you send with your resubs.
Bye!
Oh shit, I already owe you a dance. It's only 7 p.m. Oh, a nauseous dance? Shall we do an interpretive dance? Magic, thank you for the 51 months as well. That's a long time. Yeah, it was the fact I wasn't wearing pink, I suppose. True. Alright. Well, let's get this going. You're nauseous? No dances? No, I kind of want to dance. Maybe I'll vomit. Maybe I'll feel better if I vomit. What if I just do an interpretive dance? That sounded quote-worthy. Nothing I say is quote-worthy. Fuck, that card was funny. It was very funny. Thank you for the $2.63. I just don't understand how I got better and then I got nauseous. What's a good song about being a bad woman? Did you eat something? Well, I've been eating. It should be fine. It is a post-nasal drip. Yeah, it's gross. Okay, we can do bad guy. I haven't listened to bad guy in a long time. All right, Pixel, I know you're so comfortable, but I'm going to need you to hop down. Okay, I got you. I got you. No guarantees on how this... I know I did kind of betray her a little bit, but that's fine. Oh my gosh. I need to be able to hear it. Look, see, my outfit's cute until, like, you see it all put together, and then it's just really not. But it's whatever, you know? Well, that's a pretty song too. Hold on. All right, thanks for hitting. Thanks to the three of you who helped me decide not to be poor. That's really cool. I don't know how to dance this beat. It's kind of like this, right? Can we do it interpretive? Oh no, maybe I do.
White shirt, now red, my bloody nose sleeping. You're on your tippy toes, creeping around like no one knows. Think you're so criminal. Bruises on both my knees for you. Don't say thank you, oh please. I do what I want when I'm wanting to. My soul so cynical. So you're a tough guy, like you really rough guy. Just can't get enough guy, just always so puff guy. I'm that bad type, make your mama sad type, make your girlfriend mad type, might seduce your dad type. I'm the bad guy. Duh.
It's a pretty fun beat.
Control, even if you know that you don't own me. I'll let you play the role. I'll be your animal. My mommy likes to sing along with me, but she won't sing this song if she...
Have you guys seen Billy recently?
We she'll pity the men I know. So you're a tough guy, like you really rough guy. Just can't get enough guy, just always so puff guy. I'm that bad type, make your mama sad type, make your girlfriend mad type, might seduce your dad type. I'm the bad guy. Duh. I'm the bad guy.
Well, she's gay now. Did you guys know? And she did an article, an interesting article. Oh, I forgot this is a breakdown.
I like when you get mad. I guess I'm pretty glad that you're alone. You said she's scared of me. I mean,
This makes me
I
feel
don't see
drunk.
what she sees, but maybe it's 'cause I'm wearing your cologne.
You found out she was gay from a Reddit meme? That's pretty funny. I found out she was gay from a magazine article in which she was talking about doing stuff in front of a mirror. Did the bisexual? No, she's probably bisexual. Like I don't know. How do you guys feel about this? Actually, I think gay is an overarching term. Like, it feels like an overarching term. I don't think. Do you know? Does that make sense? I don't know if. Yeah, gay, queer, non-heteronormative, sort of. You know, like there's this sign. There's this sign I saw where it says sounds gay, I'm in. Do you know what I mean? It's like an umbrella term. It's a nice umbrella term, and I can't believe we've come all the way from like that's so gay to that's gay. Let's go. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like it has like this overarching sense of inclusivity and acceptance and kindness, and I don't know. It's just I think it is a nice umbrella term. I feel like these days queer is the overarching term. I mean, queer is the overarching term as well, but like it's a little different as well. Kind of like it's gone back to its original meaning of joy, like a little bit, you know? I don't think I can get cancelled for that take, but I quite like gay as an overarching term. The gay agenda has succeeded and I'm here for it. I wouldn't say it's succeeded. I wouldn't say it's succeeded. Queer is broader than gay. I mean, yeah, because you can have kind of like straight queer people, I guess. I think you can be a straight queer person, right? Like you can be well, I mean it depends. Yeah, I mean for sure. Yeah, like straight femboys or yeah, you can be straight and trans, or you can be straight and asexual, or you can, you know, I don't know. I don't necessarily you have to think you have to pick any. So queer means gender expression, not just sexuality. I mean, yeah, queer can mean sex. You can have queer sexualities, right? As well. Like you can have queer straight sexualities. And you can have queer gender expressions for sure. I just think the more inclusive terms we have, the better. And I do think that in some ways people can define them for themselves. So if a particular term feels comfortable to you, you can use that term. And I think that's okay. I just, the fracturing that happens when people play semantics or, you know, stuff like that really bothers me. You know? That's probably what bothers me the most. But I do, and like I don't know, even some people who have queer sexualities as well, you know, maybe they're into kink or whatever like that, you know, might identify with queer as well. as a label. I mean, shame should exist in certain circumstances. If we get rid of shame as a social function, that's not necessarily correct. I mean, that's why I go with mostly no labels, Vox, because the worst thing, I mean, people do it anyway. This is the most fucked up thing. People do it anyway. The fact that somebody with a username of a person, I went to like, anyway, not the point. But like, as soon as you put a label, people picture you in a certain way. And for some reason, that really bothers me. Like, I don't know. Like, it bothers me when people think they know me by means of a label. That annoys me. Is that relatable at all? I don't know. I mean, when I say that I'm a streamer, there's certain judgments you can make there that probably hold true. Yeah, Dirty Deeds. It's that over familiarity as well. No, it's the labels and what people can do with them in their heads. Hi, Juice. False. I definitely didn't say that of lemons. Right? Like if a man says they're gay, most people just think they do specific acts during intimacy when the case may be that they just prefer the company of men. Correct. Yeah. I even, when I was younger and I didn't know any better, like in my head, I would just assume in gay relationships, like one was the boy and one was the girl, which is obviously so wrong. But like when I was growing up, I didn't know any better. But I was educated. I was very lucky because I grew up around musicals and stuff. So the diversity of crowd was significant. So did you happen to do that PowerPoint presentation of your travel pics? I did, and then none of the photos uploaded. I actually did start making it. It's not finished. But my plan was to make a PowerPoint presentation of all of the photos that were shit ones. Basically, I was going to make a PowerPoint presentation of I don't know. Will there be charts of your ratings for each place? Yeah, but I'm still working on it. It's not finished. It's it's not finished, okay? So you can't, it's really not close to finished because I didn't get to upload all of the things. Okay? And it's not Tasty will kill me because it's not super accessible yet. But here's the first page. Scotland. an unedited retrospective with Pixel Smixel for Twitch chat. Okay? It is coming. I am making it. But please keep in mind, since I have been back, I have not had one day that I have been well. I don't know, I just really wanted to use the word retrospective. Like, is that not really sexy? Do you know what I mean? Like, when someone's giving a retrospective, isn't that just, do you know what I mean? Like, that's so sexy. And I was like, I can be sexy while posting and doing a PowerPoint presentation on all of my non-sexy photos, but I can make it sexy by calling it a retrospective because it's so sexy for it to be a retrospective. You know? No, that's corporate speak, and it's not someone, it's a team activity. That's right. We're all sexy together. No, what happened was I tried to upload all of my photos too quickly and none of them uploaded. Like, I picked all of the ones I wanted to upload to the PowerPoint and I started and they stopped uploading. So it's just going to take me some time. But you will get it, and then when you do get it, you know, it'll be fun. It'll be a nice little, it'll be a reflection for me as well. You know, there's no rush. I can relive my once in a lifetime Scottish rock touching trip anytime, you know? Did you like Scotland? I loved Scotland. Scotland is majestic, you guys. Scotland is very similar to Australia, I would say, in many ways. There's so much water, so much grass, so much. It feels like rich land. And there's such a cultural history there that is, it goes back, I don't know, it's just cool. And obviously that exists in Australia, but it doesn't exist in the same way. You can't, in Australia, you're not walking around a city and then there's just a castle. That doesn't happen here. But like, you're walking around Edinburgh and you'll just look off to your left and all of a sudden in the distance, there's just a castle on top of a hill. And there is something about seeing that is so incredibly humbling and motivating, and just, you feel like you're part of something bigger. Do you know, it's like, it reminds you how sprawling humanity has been for so long, and it makes you feel so connected to everybody because you are connected to history. It's a way to not forget history. And man, I really feel like if everybody lived in places where you could, you know, see the mistakes of the past as clearly as you can see them in Scotland, we wouldn't be making the same mistakes over and over again. Because it really does just give you that feeling of connectedness. Oh, really, Cosmic? That's kind of cool.
This is a full-blown house deposit, so...
You know what else is majestic besides Scotland? This resub, and you can be majestic as well as a pixel sub for $5/monthly. Not as majestic as Scotland, but he's as good.
Ben! Actually, do you know what? I wouldn't mind that as a trend. Absolutely unhinged compliments that come with resubs. Like genuine ones, yes, but like unhinged, over the top, ridiculous compliments that come with resub messages. I could take that. That makes me feel good. That's very funny. That's very funny. Ven, 23 months. Can't believe it's almost been 2 years. 2 years. I don't think I'll ever forget Subway Girl. That's probably traumatic for you, but I will never forget it. Like that interaction, the whole Subway Girl saga of 2023, I think it was. I'll never forget it. It was just so funny. Dirty Bird, no, you can resub in your style. Everybody can resub in their style, but like the over the top, try and scam other people into subscribing is great. I have definitely not been your therapist or psychologist because I am neither of those things. I am just a girl on the internet. Yes. Or a woman. I suppose I really am a woman. You've at least helped. I tried. I've tried. I try and I try and I try and I try. Dirty Bird, shh, don't tell anyone. Can't tell anyone. You can't tell anyone. I mean, I just can't believe that Jared from Subway turned out to be a pedophile. Like, marketing going wrong is one thing, but like marketing going like that wrong is just so wild. You're gonna go vote today? Yay, democracy. Do you get a democracy sausage? I was thinking about maybe starting a petition for worldwide democracy sausages. I was thinking Australia doesn't really export anything of value to the world. You know, bit of sheep, bit of barley, you know, bit of iron, you know, minerals, that kind of thing. But I was thinking we could maybe export some of our culture. And one of those things that we could export relatively easily, I think, is the concept of a democracy sausage. Now, I understand in some cultures you might think that that is like a democracy sausage, but it's actually a democracy sausage. Wi-Fi, skin graft technology, cancer cures, nothing of value. Shh. Those things have nothing on the democracy sausage. Excuse me, the Wiggles beg to differ. Okay, the Wiggles is definitely one of our greatest exports of all time. Who's your favorite Wiggle? My favorite Wiggle was always Anthony Wiggle, the blue Wiggle. But I'm not going to lie, while I was nannying, I grew a fondness for Emma Wiggle so much. She's just so happy with her bows. I loved Emma Wiggle. No, I want to export the really traditional Australian sausage and bread democracy sausage. I think we could fix the world one democracy sausage at a time. Oh my God, I'm so phlegmy. Chat, why haven't you fixed me yet? It's just not good enough. Like, did you do all the manifesting I asked you to do today? Because it has not worked. I tried, but you keep working instead of resting. Well, it's apparently hard to recover if you're living on the street. Do you know what I mean? Jelly bean. I have a dog to care for. Jeff, he had a work ethic for sleeping on the job. Oh, yeah, Jeff got it, you know. Wake up, Jeff. Everybody's wiggling. Wake up, Jeff, before the day's through. Oh, wake up, Jeff. You're missing all the fun now. Wake up, Jeff. We really need you. Yeah, I remember it all. The Wiggles. The Wiggles. Let's leave it to them. Who are you? That's mean. Everybody clap. Everybody sing. La 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 la. Bow to your partner. And then you turn around. Yippee! Hands in the air. Rock-a-bye bear. Bear's now asleep. And that's why women choose the bear. Oh my God, women choosing the bear was a Wiggles psyop. Oh my God. That's right. Men can blame the Wiggles for women choosing the bear. Hands in the air, rock-a-bye bear. You're not rock-a-byeing a man, are you? No, you're rock-a-byeing a bear. And that's why all the women ended up choosing bears. Bear's now asleep. Shh, 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 shh. Otters over beds? Well, I'm really hoping that I get some shiny paper with some otters on it at some point this year. It's Pride Month. Women should leave the bears for the men that need them. Oh. Can't we just all share the bears? Can I become the bear? Oh, men can certainly become bears. You've got Lutri already. I do have Lutri already. Oh, Don Dons, you're so special. You get it.
Boy!
If you go down in the woods today, you'd better not go alone. If you go down in the woods today, it's better to stay at home. For every male that ever there was is gathered there for certain, because today's the day the alpha males have their picnic.
Today's the day the alpha males have their picnic. If you go down in the woods today, you better not go alone. If you go down in the woods today, it's better to stay at home. For every male that ever there was is gathered there for certain, because today's the day the alpha males have their picnic. I don't know where it's from, but I know the song. I don't know where it's from. Hi, Freddie. Wow, creepy when you sing it like that. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Oh. It's kind of creepy anyway, right? Is that not the tune? Oh. It's from the Teddy Bears picnic. If you go down in the woods today, you better not go alone. If you go down in the woods today, it's better to stay at home. For every bear that ever there was is gathered there for certain, because today is the day the teddy bears have their picnic. Yeah, see, that kind of sounds happy. Whereas, if you go down in the woods today, you better not go alone. If you go down in the woods today, it's better to stay at home. I'm back in a major key. Can't help you. For every mile that ever there was. Thanks for the $5, Bears. Is that the tune from the Hateful Eight? I don't know. There's lots of repetitive tunes. Anyway, my friends, it's history night. We have so many videos to watch. Like, we'll never get through them all. I'll try, but we'll never get through them all. And by that, I mean, like, we have Mooncat, we have New Philosophy Tube, but it is history night. And there's just one channel that has my heart and soul. It really does. It just has my heart and soul.
Over 5,000 years ago, a man...
Over 5,000 years ago, a man. The end.
climbed up through the Tisenjoch Pass in the Ötztal Alps on the border of what is now Italy and Austria. As he climbed, he was shot in the back with an arrow and bled to death.
That's very sad.
And then it began to snow, and he was frozen, preserved for 5,000 years.
Wild.
That man was Ötzi the Iceman. And today we know that only hours before he was killed, he ate a last meal of wild goat, deer, and einkorn wheat. So thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video as I recreate the last meal of Ötzi the Iceman, this time on Tasting History. So the kitchen is still being worked on, so I am in my bar area where I usually sometimes do drinking history, but today it's tasting history. And actually, it's not really tasting history, it's tasting prehistory, because Ötzi was around before there was any form of writing. There may have been some writing in the Sumer area and Egypt, but where Ötzi was, in Central Europe, no writing. He lived during a time before the pyramids, before Stonehenge, but not before farming. And that's something that I find really interesting about Ötzi. It's about...
Do you guys struggle with picturing different time periods across the world and what existed at the same time? Because that's one of those things that I really struggle with. Like in my head, trying to figure out what was happening in the 1500s and then like, but you know, yeah, I just find it really hard to picture in my brain.
When he lived, because this is a period where farming had come up through Turkey and the Balkans and had pretty much established itself all over Europe. But there are still little pockets of the hunter.
I know that history book. My dad's got it on his shelf. Is it a short history of nearly everything? Guppy? Is that the book? I can't remember the title. Is that the title? Oh,
hunter-gatherer lifestyle that are still eking out a living in Europe. And his last meal has ingredients from both of these worlds, and they come together in his last meal. And I find it fascinating that we even know what his last meal was, because researchers have been able to study his stomach and digestive tract.
See, that's incredible science.
What it was that he was eating in the hours and even days before he died. And just a couple hours before that fateful arrow hit him in the back,
Tasty.
He had a meal of red deer and ibex, which is a wild mountain goat that would have been hunted. But then he also had einkorn in his stomach, and that is a grain which is probably the first grain that was ever cultivated and farmed, and has really remained unchanged over the last 12,000 years. Now, einkorn, I got. Easy. Red deer, little harder to get, but I got. Ibex meat, I don't got. I could not find anyone who could get me ibex meat. I couldn't even find anyone who could get me wild goat at this time of year. So I am just using regular domesticated goat meat
We'll forgive you.
The other ingredient that I'm going to be using is a bit of fiddle fern. See, in addition to the meat and the grain, Ötzi had small amounts of pollen and different funguses and moss in his stomach, as well as a little bit of fern.
And now we eat candy. Moss, mushrooms, fern. Imagine what tasted good to you back in those days. Imagine the taste of a freaking berry. When your diet, you know, is moss and goat. And imagine the sweetness of a berry. I know we still eat fiddleheads, but like imagine. It just would have been, happiness.
The fern that he had was a type of bracken, which can be used medicinally, and that's probably how he ate it, especially because there was such a small amount, but it can also be toxic.
And for
I'm
free!
Sure he knew exactly how much to eat, so he wouldn't die. I don't know that, so I'm not going to try it. But I do have fiddle ferns, and those are perfectly edible, and they are a fern very close to the bracken-ish. So that's what I'm going to be using, and it's frankly such a small amount that it's not going to really have much effect on the flavor in general. And I like to stick to foods that I know are edible, like the edible foods that come with every box from HelloFresh, our sponsor today.
Incredible
HelloFresh delivers fresh
segue,
ingredients
Max.
right to your door, and with over 45 weekly recipes, they have something for everyone, whether you're vegetarian or pescatarian.
I am obsessed with oranges at the moment. New season oranges. They're like a little bit sour, but incredibly sweet at the moment in Australia, and I am obsessed with them. In fact, I need to buy more because I'm all out. Also, I was telling my mum today, I'm pretty sure I'm obsessed with oranges because they have such a nostalgic hit for me. Hey, orange girl. Hey, orange lady. Because obviously my dad used to chop me up an orange for breakfast in the morning, but also my grandpa used to squeeze fresh orange juice. And so now when I eat oranges, not only do I feel like I'm getting vitamin C and fiber and like I feel refreshed, but I also get the nostalgia hit at the same time. And it's like, you are once again a safe child and somebody loves you.
Or if you have a picky eater in your house, they have family-friendly meals. Personally, I am all about saving time, so I usually opt in for their quick and easy meals, which
My
can
dad
take as
used to
little
chop
as
me up an
20 minutes to
orange,
make. Now,
so
I
I
lost
didn't
my
have to get
kitchen
sticky
recently, and
fingers.
it'll be a little while before I have a new one, but my very last meal that I cooked in that kitchen was a HelloFresh meal. The grilled cheese sandos with sun-dried tomatoes. And I kind of feel like sun-dried tomatoes aren't used as much as they used to be, and I don't know why, because they are delicious, as were those sandwiches. HelloFresh also has a line of appetizers, like these delectable bagel dogs. And right now, when you
Okay, but bagel dogs look funny. I will not be elaborating, but bagel dogs look funny. I will not be elaborating, but they look funny, and for some reason, they just look funny.
When you visit HelloFresh.com and use my code TastingHistoryApps, you will get free apps for life. That is one free appetizer with every box while the subscription is active. That's Tasting History Apps at HelloFresh.com for free appetizers for life. Now, while HelloFresh gives you well-written recipes so you know exactly how to cook the food, Utzi's stomach didn't have a recipe with it, so we don't really know how he cooked his food, but I am going to start off with the ibex meat, or the goat meat, and it was probably dried. Now, you can put this into a dehydrator and basically make jerky. That works, but he wouldn't have added any, like, seasonings or anything, maybe some salt. So it will be very, very bland if you do that. He probably would have smoked it next to a fire, and that smoke would have helped to flavor the meat. So that's what I'm going to do. So I sliced my goat into thin slices and then set it on the grill beside some hot coals and some wood to add that smoky flavor. I also set a tray beneath the meat to catch the fat because we are going to use that later. Now, smoking meat this way is actually kind of hard because you don't want to cook it. So it needs to be a very, very low temperature, about 160 or 170 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's going to take like 6, 8, even 10 hours to dry out. I actually left mine on a little bit too long and it kind of becomes hard and brittle, which is not a bad thing. It's just I would have preferred more of a jerky texture, and so that would have taken less time. You can also put some water in it and near it, and that'll keep moisture in. I didn't do that. Now, when it comes to the red deer, we could also smoke that and have that preserved, but then I'm just really doing the same thing. So instead, I'm going to put it over an open flame, which he might have done. So again, I made a wood fire in my barbecue, put the meat onto a skewer, and just set it over that for about 5 or 6 minutes so we could get a nice char on it. Now, both of those are very simple, straightforward ways of eating meat, especially because he didn't have any marinades or anything like that. What is not as straightforward is how he ate his einkorn. Was it in a porridge that he made, like boiled, or was it some sort of pancake, like a flatbread?
Well, if he didn't have a metal skewer, would he have had a knife? You'd have to have a knife or something to be able to get the meat, right? So
that he could have cooked on a hot stone. That's what I'm going to do, but frankly...
He's the guy that died, Angry. What's his name? Again, chat, what was his name? I know one of you will have remembered it. Otzi.
We don't know. What we do know is that he didn't grind it all the way down to like a fine flour. It was very coarsely ground because they found some pretty big pieces in his stomach. So that's what I'm going to do. So I took whole grains and I ground them down to kind of a flour, but also leaving some big pieces as well. And then I added the melted fat from the drying of the goat. Now, of the 300 grams of food that was in Utzi's stomach, half of it was ibex fat. Unfortunately, my goat just didn't give off that much fat. I'm pretty sure it was about a tablespoon, so I also had to add some water just to make the einkorn come together to be able to form some sort of pancake. Here too is where I decided to rinse some fiddle ferns and chop them up very fine and add them in to hopefully add some flavor to...
Don't know how he's going to sell me on this one. I really don't know. I don't know how he's going to sell me on this one. But, I mean, it looks healthy. No wonder, shame we were killing each other back then so much because, the food looks healthy.
What could be a very bland pancake. So to cook it similarly to the way that Ötzi would have, I took a clay comal and set it right next to the fire until it got nice and hot so it sizzled when I added water to it, and then I formed a cake out of some of the batter and set it on. I cooked it for about 3 minutes on one side and then flipped it and cooked it for another 3 minutes.
Toasty.
Now again, this is just one possible way that Ötzi might have prepared his last meal. You can only tell so much from stomach contents. What's amazing is how much they can tell from stomach contents and from his digestive tract. Other things that they...
I do not give permission to anyone to analyze my digestive tract after I die. Just let me rest in peace. Okay? Okay? I don't want anybody to know. We know what's in there. Oranges. No. I don't want anybody to know. You're not allowed to know my shame.
Found in there and on his person have led researchers to basically recreate the final hours leading up to Ötzi's last meal.
See, that's wild.
On September 19th, 1991, 2 German tourists were hiking in the Ötztal Alps at the Austria-Italy border when they came across a body. At first, they believed that it was a deceased hiker, but then they
Sam,
realized it
shut
was
up.
definitely older, so maybe it was a lost World War I soldier. But then researchers quickly realized that it was much older than that. It was the body of a man who had lived between 3,359 and 3,105 BC, over 5,000 years ago. And as his body did
Doesn't look like a comfortable position to die in, does it really?
not come with a name tag, they named him Ötzi after the area in which he was found. Now, what is so remarkable about Ötzi is how well kept he was. He and many of the artifacts that were found with him, the belongings that he had, they were all mummified naturally by the ice and the snow. So, yes, while he doesn't look great, he's actually so well
Walt Disney's dream.
preserved that it has led researchers to be able to learn a lot about him and the Chalcolithic or Copper Age during which he lived. Like, typically, no clothing from this period survives today, but Ötzi was found wearing a full outfit.
Wow!
He had shoes with soles made of bearskin and red deer leather, and the upper portion was made with woven grass, which was then stuffed with more grass for...
Wow. See, that's so cool. The fact that no clothes from the era, like, that's so cool.
insulation. He wore heavy deer hide leggings with patches of fur affixed to them, and the fur was different colors and alternated in a pattern, which implies that the man had a sense of fashion. Then over his torso he wore...
I love that even throughout all of history, humanity thrives, right? On color and like these tiny little things that bring us joy. And yet we got to this age where, you know what everybody decided? Gray and white. Buildings gray. Clothes white, gray. Is it gray? Is it white? No, I don't want it. Is it minimalist? No, I don't want it. Is it gray? Is it straight? Is it gray and moody and straight and angular and straight and gray? And like, no wonder we're all depressed.
Wore a coat of sheep and goat skin, as well as a sort of cape of woven grass that may have actually been used as a blanket. Then this was all topped off with a bearskin hat.
Wow.
In addition to clothes, he carried a sort of backpack, a fire-making kit, and a stone disc with leather thongs on which he would have tied birds that he had hunted. He also carried a knife, a sharpener, and several other woodworking and leatherworking tools. Then he had a quiver of 14 arrow shafts, 2 of which had arrowheads, and a bow made of yew wood. That is the same wood that would still be used to make longbows in England during the High Middle Ages. But perhaps most impressive of all was Ötzi's axe. All of the other tools and weapons that he had with him were typical Neolithic stone tools, but that axe was made of 99.7% pure copper.
Wow.
Now, the blade was small, less than 4 inches long, but even so, this would have been a very valuable tool. He was also found with a pouch that had different fungi and mosses in it that were probably used medicinally. And the man needed medicine because at an age of 45 or 46, Ötzi was not in great health. Tests show that he suffered from heart disease, he had worn down teeth, gum disease, previously broken ribs, gallstone, frostbite on his toes, and an intestinal parasite called whipworm, which can cause severe abdominal pain. In addition,
Chat, I've been nauseous for 4 days and I'm just looking at my future. I mean, I'm really hoping my future doesn't include frostbite. How do you know I don't have a parasite? I ate haggis. I could be hosting all sorts of things. I could have a goa old inside me and you wouldn't know. You could love the worm. Oh, me and the worm are not currently living in symbiosis, though.
and he may have had Lyme disease, though tests
Did you get bitten in Scotland by a tick? Oh my god, imagine! Imagine I've just got a tick bite somewhere and now I have Lyme disease. Is one of the symptoms of Lyme disease constant nausea? If you're new here, don't worry, I'm not pregnant unless Jesus is back at it again. But the nausea is just unparalleled. And I know it's because I'm swallowing phlegm. I know it is. I know it is, but like still. Oh, so stressful.
tests were inconclusive, but what is definite is that he had a lot of bone and joint issues, so he would have had severe pain in his ankles, his
Depends on where you got bitten by a tick, but you could have Lyme disease.
Strawman Me Bro gifted a tier 1 sub to What If I Was a Worm. They have given 460 gift subs in the channel.
And then we'd be having conversations about Dune. Messiah.
his knees, his lumbar, and his shoulders. And the man was in his 40s, and I'm in my 40s, and I gotta say, it kind of checks out.
Yeah.
What's curious is that in addition to all of these ailments, Ötzi had 61 tattoos, which were likely thought to be ways of treating the pain. Then he also had 3 other injuries that he probably sustained very close to the time that he died. One was a severe head wound that probably would have caused bad brain damage.
Rough.
Another was a cut on his right hand between his thumb and his index finger that went all the way down to the bone. Some scientists think that that happened within 24 hours of his death. Others say it could have happened up to a week or more. But either way, it was still healing. Then there is a third injury that went completely unnoticed for 10 years. It wasn't until 2001 that scientists discovered an arrowhead lodged in Ötzi's shoulder. And it would have been shot in there only minutes before he died. And this discovery is what led researchers to determine that Ötzi the Iceman was murdered. Now there are just too many unknowns to definitively say what happened. Like, was he being chased by some
Well, he
villain?
was shot in the back.
Or was Ötzi the protagonist and
Clearly a coward.
just getting his comeuppance? Maybe he was someplace that he shouldn't have been. Maybe he was stealing something, like that axe, perhaps, or some food. Or maybe he was defending his friends and family by outside raiders. We just don't.
Do you remember, this is a very weird side note, but it's Pride Month, so I can do it. Do you remember how groundbreaking Brokeback Mountain was at the time? And how much drama it caused? I wonder if it holds up. I haven't watched it in a very long time. I wonder if it holds up. Oh, you haven't seen it? It's pretty brutal. Brokeback Mountain. What do you mean by holds up? Well, you know how some movies you don't realize that they've aged until you go back to watch them and then you're like, oh, interesting. It still makes me cry, the shirt hug at the end.
No. We also don't even know if he saw it coming, if he was running from someone or he was taken completely by surprise. We don't even know if it was intentional. It could have been an accident. These are all questions that we will likely never know the answers to.
Well, I think it had to be pretty bare bones because it was probably almost impossible to get any sort of like gay love story across the line for how long? It's still pretty tricky now. Like, for everything we can shit on Will and Grace now, including Deborah Messing being an ultra-Zionist, like, it was still the first gay kiss on TV. And, like, now when I watched Will and Grace so much, but now when I go back and I watch it, I'm like, holy fuck. Yikes.
But what's amazing is that researchers do have a lot of answers and have been able to put together some scenarios of what happened to Ötzi right before he died, and much of that information comes from what was found in his digestive tract.
Wild.
See, it wasn't only in his stomach that they found food, but all through his digestive tract at different levels of digestion. And it wasn't just food. There were other things like mosses and pollen.
Basically, every comedy from the 90s is cancelled. Any 2000s, 90s, 2000s comedy, cancelled. Don't even try and go back and watch it. Like, none of them hold up. Like, even Friends, semi-problematic, I still watch it. Sex and the City, semi-problematic, I still watch it. What was the other one that I really enjoyed watching? Ally McBeal, Just Shoot Me, all of them. I used to watch all of them and love all of them. These days, not good.
And different liverworts that he probably ingested on accident. But they've allowed researchers to tell approximately where Ötzi was and when. Like, based on the pine and spruce pollen in his colon, they know he was in a high-altitude forest around 8,200 feet about 33 hours before he died. Moving further up the digestive tract, there was pollen that shows that he was in the forests of a much lower altitude, around 4,000 feet, or even lower, only 24 hours before he died. It was here that one possible explanation of what exactly happened to Ötzi begins to take shape. Because it was there he received that wound on his hand. Researchers say that it is a defensive wound. So was there a fight?
He might have been
We
like,
don't know. What caused the fight, if there was one? We don't know. But whatever it was, Ötzi fled because the distance that he covers in the next day or so is pretty impressive. Now, we stayed for some hours at the same elevation, moving along the valley floor, where at some point he finds some sphagnum, or bog moss, and uses it for something, likely to dress that wound on his hand, because one, it's very absorbent, and two, it actually has antiseptic properties. Now, it is possible that he didn't get it there, that he had been carrying it with him before, but for some reason, he was using it. Regardless, it's at this lower altitude that 8 to 12 hours before Ötzi died, he makes a...
Really? If you didn't know how to dress wounds and stuff like that, you were just dead. You know, like, there was no ambulances. There was nobody really, like... There was so much you had to know back then to heal yourself, or you were just screwed.
A meal, perhaps as a way to fuel himself for a rather frantic ascent up into the mountains. Possibly being pursued, which would account for his speed, he climbed, and within just a few hours, he had reached nearly a 10,000-foot elevation. And there again,
yeah, false.
He eats. And this
feels
is
like that for me
Ötzi's
too.
last meal. This is the meal that we're making today. Now, we don't know exactly where he was going, but he was likely trying to head through that pass to get to the other side of the mountains. But he never made it.
Hello,
because
I promise
only
I
an
exist
hour
still.
to
I
3
hope you feel
hours
better soon, Acid One Love.
I hope I feel better soon too, Acid. 45 months and a sneaky tier 2. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. How are you doing? Welcome on in. I hope you're enjoying your new neck of the woods. You are good. I'm so glad to hear it. You got a paper cut and used bog moss to Savo? Wow. You Neolithic warrior, you. Wait, it wasn't Neolithic. What's the copper one?
after he ate, Ötzi was shot in the back with an arrow.
Cowards.
And it had an arrowhead made by the people who lived on the south side of the mountain. That arrowhead lacerated his left subclavian artery, and Ötzi began to bleed to death. He fell over and hit his head, and we don't know if the fall caused the head injury,
Probably.
or if it was his attacker, dealing him one final death blow.
Oh.
But he received that head wound, and very soon after, he died. Now, he might have been dead already, or he might have still been living when...
Midnight Emmy, I hate to tell you, morals don't get you that far these days either. Singular tear rolls down her face. Anyway, we should have them anyway, because I have hope for humanity. But
his attacker or someone else came up and drew out that arrow, but only the shaft came, and the arrowhead remained in Ötzi's shoulder for 5,000 years, because soon after he died, it began to snow, and he was blanketed and frozen. And over the years, a glacier came over and covered him and all of his belongings, and they were preserved until 1991.
when we heated up the planet so much that we're uncovering all sorts of random things that have been long frozen, including methane gases, which will probably lead to uncontrollable heating, but I mean, that's fine. Do you know what we have right now? We have the here and now. We have books. We have shiny paper cards. We have each other. And it's pretty cool that we're alive. So if we can leave the world a little bit better than we found it within our sphere of influence, I believe that that is all you can aim for. I don't think I can fix all the ancient viruses and the methane gas myself. But I will keep trying. So subscribe today. I'm so tired. I'm delirious. My personality is about to get really good because I'm so tired, but I also might fall asleep again.
Now, as I said, this is just one possible way that Ötzi spent his last days and hours before he died. We don't know. There are too many unknowns, so researchers are hesitant to make any definitive guesses about the way that he died or the way that Ötzi lived. But the one thing that they do know is that only hours before he died, he ate a meal of red deer, ibex, and einkorn. And here we are, the last meal of Ötzi
Very
the
aesthetic.
Iceman. All right, I'm going to actually start with a piece of the red deer that I just roasted. I feel it's the simplest of all of them.
Wow, dear me.
Actually pretty good. That's super gamey. I like gamey stuff, but super gamey. Could definitely use some salt or barbecue sauce. Ötzi didn't have that though. Now for the ibex meat, or the goat meat, so it's basically just jerky. It's rather dry. Again, I could have left it a little less and it wouldn't have dried so much, but here we go. It's not as crispy as I thought it would be, so that's actually not bad. Really smoky.
Very good.
That's actually really good.
All right, a little bit of
didn't
goat
expect it to
jerky
be.
hitting the spot.
Because usually jerky has they put a lot of different salt and different marinades and stuff to give it flavor. This has nothing. I could eat that. I could just snack on that. That's really good. That said, it does get stuck in your teeth. It's gonna be there for a while.
Oh, not the
finally,
not the pancake.
The pancake. So this is einkorn and goat fat and water.
Do you know, I kind of am sad that he isn't tapping it together like hardtack. Anyone else? Anybody else feeling betrayed? Because I'm currently feeling betrayed that it didn't get tapped.
Water and a bit of the fiddle fern, and you can see actual like pieces of the fern in there. Can you see that? I can. Let me actually try to get one of those pieces. Here we go. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit! It tastes like us. Nope. It tastes good.
More flavorful than I expected.
Damn!
So I don't know that the fern adds much. You know, maybe it adds a little freshness, maybe. But there's not a lot. So mostly what you're getting is the flavor of the einkorn, which is actually pretty good. I think, you know, if it was just regular modern wheat, this would be bland. But the way that it is, it's kind of chewy. It kind of turns into more gumminess. But what it reminds me of, when I was a kid, one of the people that babysat me would give me these granola bars that were like unflavored. They were the most bland things as a kid.
Isn't he amazing, Crutchy? Is my favorite little history night content react.
But that's what they remind me of.
Do you know, I have 2 of his shirts. Because Famis sent me one, but then Amazon lost it, and so I got 2 of them. So I have 2 Gundam shirts.
They were healthy. And actually, it's kind of nice. It's kind of like...
Well, they're not his shirts, it's his merch. Because I'm a super
like
fan.
granola bar, but without any sugar or any of the good stuff. Not bad. So I am very, very grateful that I live in...
No, guys, I haven't raided his closet.
You know, now.
I'm not a stalker.
Where we have a lot more options when it comes to food, when it comes to how we prepare our food. But it is so amazing that people survived on this type of food for eons, for most of human history. And, you know, we're still able to find the remnants in the stomach of an Iceman. I don't know, I find it fascinating. I've always wanted to do a video on Ötzi, and I've kind of put it off and put it off and put it off. But now, without a kitchen, I was like, well, I got to cook outside. Hey, Ötzi cooked outside.
Hey,
I can cook outside.
You're basically the
And
same.
Ötzi didn't have a Weber kettle grill, but I did, and that's what I did. Anyway, delicious, and I will see you next time on Tasting History.
That was so sassy, but he did, and that's what I did, so. Delightful. Absolutely delightful. I'm so fucking tired. Ask me anything, chat. My answers right now will be absolutely unhinged. Do you want to know why? Because I'm the kind of tired that I'm feeling a little high. And I'm not high. Not a drug in sight. Nauseous, yes. Tired, yes. High, no. Feeling high, yes. Gundam trying to go out on a dinner date and couldn't because he had no shirts. Any crazy poker stories? Yeah. Heaps. Biggest runs, degeneracy. I won a tournament playing PLO. And it was before I was even... it was pretty early on before I really knew what I was doing with PLO. And because I couldn't really calculate the pot odds as well as I could, like I wasn't very good at counting chips and doing the math, every time I wanted to raise, I would just say pot and I'd make the dealer do it for me. And I ended up winning. I think I won like $5,000 or something back in the day. But I remember losing quads v quads at Crown. I had quad kings and I lost to quad aces for like a very large pot of money. And I've never forgotten it. I've never forgotten it. I also made the winner of the Aussie Millions fold aces to me face up once because he was absolutely sure I'd flopped a set because of the way I was betting. And I had nothing. And he folded aces to me face up. So, you know, fun times. I got lost in Crown and Fab saved me. Hi, Marty. Food you tried that was surprisingly good. I will say, you know, puffer fish in Japan tastes like chicken. I was a bit nervous to try it, but, you know, that was pretty... I was a bit nervous to try it, but it was just tasted like chicken. I haven't been here in a little while, so I wanted to know what you thought of Taylor's show in Paris. It was incredible. The fact that I got to see the new set in a mosh pit, dancing my little heart out. The fact that I knew the lyrics to every song. Unforgettable. If you had to lose one sense, what would it be? Maybe smell. Maybe smell. It's either smell or taste. Like, I think a lot of your taste comes from smell. So, it would be smell or taste. I'm aware, Cosmic, but... Did you have a Scotch egg? I don't think I've ever had a Scotch egg. Hearing is the one I'd drop. Well, Cosmic, like, are you hard of hearing anyway? Because I can hear, but people accuse me of yelling sometimes because I'm half deaf. Probably a bit. I just know because I know you prefer watching things with subtitles, you know? Which is so valid. But I would want to hear music, I think. Like most of you know, I didn't have an eardrum until I was 14. My eardrum burst when I was 2 and it never closed over. And I had to have an eardrum graft when I was 14. The recovery from that, by the way, is something I wouldn't wish on anyone. Because the way they did it is they pack both sides of your ears. And so while you're recovering, what's happening is the packing from inside your ear canal, which tastes like absolute fucking ass, is rolling down the back of your throat. And I remember like just begging my mum to make it stop. Airplanes aren't an issue for me anymore, no, because I just use those little earplugs, the equalizer earplugs. They're called Flight Safe, and they do a really good job, and I usually don't have any problems at all. One thing I would never do again is scuba dive. Scuba diving is not for me. At all. I have zero interest in ever scuba diving ever again. I have scuba dove 3 times. I got my full, so when I was younger, I did like a bunch of lessons to scuba dive and I got my certificate and everything. And I would just never want to scuba dive again. How's your balance? Really good. I was a ballerina, remember? I'm really tired right now, but let me see. I'm really tired, so like this might not work. But we'll see. I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm sorry you can't see, hold on. My eyes are closed. Ooh, not that good. Hold on. Yeah, we're still we're thriving. It's fine. Yes, surely you want to do that when you've been feeling nauseous all day. Yeah, I know. I still feel really nauseous as well. It's really awful. Like, it's not that bad, but it's like just there. Like, it's like here. Ugh. Horrendous. It's the worst because it's constantly there in the background. Yeah, it's just like my jaw pain. Except it's a bit funny when it's your tummy because you don't feel like drinking water and you don't really feel like eating. And because you don't feel like drinking water or eating, then everything else becomes harder because you're weak, because you don't feel like doing those things. You know? Yuck. I'm sorry that ever since I've got back, all I do on stream is yawn. I feel very bad. I'm sleeping. I'm just, my body is obviously like fighting. Lol that Nigel Farage copped a milkshake to the face today. Is it Dota time? I was just talking about it. I think I'm too tired. I legitimately think I'm too tired. I think it would be bad. I mean, it might be good content, but my reaction speed would be not there. The perfect photo sequence. Yeah, it is pretty perfect. These are fruit game hours. Don't tempt me. There's so much new to learn in Dota. Yeah, I know. The problem is I just haven't gotten the chance to play either. Oh, thank you so much, Case. I had so much fun taking those photos. Hey!
Full-blown house deposit. So
Smixel hey
So
Smixel
Nib,
freewill.
thank you for the 74 months of free willingly giving me your money on the internet. You need a day or two where you're not exhausted to do all the Dota learning. Yeah, do you ever just realize that you just don't have enough time? Like, in general, just in the days. Like, you're either too tired to do something or it's just, there's just not enough time. And like, you never get more of it. So you just keep fighting for more of it over and over again. But then you're tired and then you don't have enough time. And it's just an endless cycle of like fighting for time, not having enough time. So fighting for time and not having enough time. So then you fight for time and then you don't have enough time. Fredley, I am honestly, you know, I really resonate. you know I really resonate. I never thought I would. I mean, not right now, because obviously I am sleeping like a lot at the moment. But yeah, I never really thought I would. It's just I know how hard it is. The old determinism over there, Cosmic. I think that's also why I went to Scotland though as well, Fredley. And I know I've mentioned this before. But chat, if you are healthy and you have the ability or want to do something, don't let something stop you doing it, because you do not know when you will be able, and you do, and like anybody who has experienced disability will tell you that you don't really appreciate your ability to do things until it's taken away from you. And one of the things that when you've been through that, I find myself trying to tell other people this, but I don't know if it's one of those things that you just have to experience it or what, but I do find myself trying to tell other people, because for so long in my life I wasn't, well, I mean, I guess it wasn't that long, but it was a good 4 years when I was just fighting. All I could do was sleep and work to stay alive, basically. And yeah, it was fine, and I made the most of it, and I experienced some good things in between, and my brain has blocked out most of the memories. Like even certain moments of like intense, mind-breaking pain, I've blocked out. It's pretty wild. Oh, I'm sorry, Famis. That's hard. It's weird how you don't remember the pain. It must be a survival mechanism. I think so. It's weird though because I don't remember.
This is a full-blown house deposit, so...
Sending good vibes to Pixel plus all smiles Mixel social.
Verdane, 19 months. Thank you so much for free willingly giving me your money on the internet. You only remember it when something pings your memory of it. That's the wild thing. Hope we're staying safe and warm. Well, I feel safe and warm. So that's nice. Ooh, I love a storm. I love storms. Storms are great until the internet goes out. True. What do you do then? Light a candle or 5? I mean, I have a bunch of battery-powered candles and candles I could light for sure. Read. I'm going to be able to like read 5 minutes tonight before my eyes just close. These moments I spent here, they feel good. You're so welcome. I'm so glad I can provide that for some people. That's not a good sentence. I just I just feel so silly. Most of the time I have no idea what I'm doing. I wish I could be one of those creators who has like, you know, solid reasoning. I just don't really have it. Hello, photographer extraordinaire. Chat, Max really helped me editing the photos that I took in Scotland. So I edited them myself. I did a lot of fiddling, but Max provided me with some presets to like help with some interesting tones for like while I was traveling. And they were so helpful, especially the green, the one that brought out the greens and the stone for castles. That was amazing. Yeah, I'm still reading Akata. No, I didn't outsource the editing. I did all the editing myself in Lightroom. I did. They all had Taylor Swift names. I did. But it was also giving very random choices of Taylor Swift songs. I was surprised. I was surprised. I'm like, these are some interesting Taylor Swift song choices. Like, how did you pick those specific songs? Keep you on your toes. Long. It's very funny. I had such a great time. And I took really cool photos of other people as well that they got to keep. There were 2 women on the first 5 days of my tour through the Highlands that I got on with really well. One was like a 25-year-old Canadian woman. And another was like a 40-year-old woman from New York. And, you know, we kind of crossed the decade span, but we just had so much fun. And And they were just good to talk to and interesting people. That place is magic. Honestly, I would go back to Scotland. I really would. Women, there were like 4 men on the tour. Lots of single women, 4 couples. Yeah, like there were so many women on the tour. Because those are the kind of people that go on tours, right? A lot of younger couples hire cars and, you know, do it that way. They do it quite coupley. And then, you know, families oftentimes don't go on tours because it's, you know, difficult. And then I don't know. I don't know where the solo male travelers, I don't know what they're doing. Now you're going to go read Outlander? Well, I've still got heaps of Akatar to read, but I am watching Outlander. I've always watched Outlander. The next season comes out in November, so I have to stay alive until then at least. Men don't have a plan and figure out as they go. They can't plan far enough ahead to book a tour. I'm up to the 3rd book. I'm probably about 2/3 of the way through the 3rd book. I'm having a nice time. I read most of it on the plane. I haven't read while I've been sick because I've really just been sleeping and scrolling because my brain just hasn't really felt like reading, so. I totally forgot last year I had a bit of a gotta stay alive for Taylor Swift. I know. Honestly, it's really important for me to even just have arbitrary, stupid things to look forward to. That's how I live every day. As long as I've got something to look forward to in the short term, in the medium term, and the long term, then I can fight on. It's when you stop planning those things for yourself that I think life gets really difficult. So, in the short term, I have cocktails planned with one of my friends on the weekend. We're going to have some cocktails and some snacks. In the medium term, I think I'm going to try and get a cheap seat to Sunset Boulevard. And in the long term, I'm trying to scam my viewers into buying me shiny paper cards so I can become a genius at a card game and find a new way to oppress men. I'm joking. I just want a fun social activity to play with my friends. I'm really tired. You just finished the 4th book in Wheel of Time, had forgotten how good it's written. It's so fun. I want to go back to it at some point. If I had all the time in the world, I would go back to it. I wish I could just read. That'd be nice. Oppressing men isn't a fun social activity. Oh, it can be. For sure. I've not seen Sunset Boulevard, neither have I. Do you listen to audiobooks? No, not really. Are you busy in my life? So busy. But right now I'm also just so sick. So the busyness is a little too busy. Party Hardy must be so excited. Yeah, my immune system is busy and making me very tired. But yeah, I try and stay busy. You know what's really difficult for me? I am passionate about a lot of stuff, but I find it very difficult to plan long term because it's not something that comes naturally to me after having been in pain. Because I feel like sometimes if you plan so for me personally, if I plan too far in advance, that's kind of, anything can go wrong in between, and it pings like a little bit of a trauma of mine, because there was a time I couldn't plan anything, because every day you can't even look towards the end of the day when you're in pain, because you just want it to be over. Basically, you wake up and you can't wait to be asleep again, because when you are asleep is the only time you're not in that much pain. So you don't really make any plans. You don't really make any long-term plans. And that is something I am trying to work through, making long-term plans and having a vision. But that's why my content has always been what it's been as well, you know? Not well planned. You know, it has some cohesiveness, but it also is quite fluid in the way that I run it. And that is, you know, it's unintentional, but sometimes I wish I could be more intentional about things, but then I just don't want to. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not doing a very good job of explaining it because I'm way too tired, but. I don't know. I feel like if you've watched my content long enough, you would know, right? I don't even have to say it. You've witnessed it. Basically, Fradley. And see, I'm not experiencing that right now, but the habits that I learned from being in pain are really hard to break. So, like, I still don't picture a future. Like, when I sit here right now and people ask me, oh, well, what do you see in your future? I don't see anything. There's nothing there. Because I never pictured one. Still don't. I don't even know if I know how to. Like, when I sit here and I try to envision like a desirable future, I can't. Anyway, I am talking about that with my therapist, but I don't know if it's one of those things that is very easy to fix. Yeah, and that's right. And having little things to look forward to is really important. And it's also why I threw caution to the wind and went to Scotland. You know? It's kind of just... Sometimes you just gotta... Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, do you want a few songs, chat? I understand it's only 10 to 9, but I am very tired still, so... I have daily and weekly schedules that I don't stick to, obviously. Are you feeling up to music? Absolutely, yeah. I want to sing this song first. My voice isn't going to be very good because I'm still phlegmy. Forgive me, Peter, my lost fearless leader, in closets like cedar, preserved from when we were just kids. Is it something I did? The goddess of timing once found us beguiling. She said she was trying. Peter, was she lying? My ribs get the feeling she did. And I didn't want to come down.
I thought it was just goodbye for now. You said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Words from the mouths of babes, promises oceans deep, but never to keep. No, never to keep. Are you still a mind reader, a natural scene stealer? I've heard great things, Peter, but life was always easier on you than it was on me. And sometimes it gets me when crossing your jet stream. We both did the best we could do underneath the same moon in different galaxies. And I didn't wanna hang around. We said it was just goodbye for now. You said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Words from the mouths of babes, promises oceans deep, but never to keep. No, never to keep. And I won't confess that I waited, but I let the lamp burn as the men masqueraded. I'd hoped you'd return with your feet on the ground. Tell me all that you'd learned, 'cause love's never lost when perspective is earned. You said you'd come and get me, but you were 25, and the shelf life of those fantasies is expired. Lost to the Lost Boys chapter of your life. Forgive me, Peter, please know that I tried to hold on to the days when you were mine. But the woman who sits by the window has turned out the light. You said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Said you were gonna grow up. You said you were gonna grow up. You said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Words from the mouths of babes, promises oceans deep, but never to keep.
I really like that song because, one, Peter and Wendy, but I think it hits on, you know how when you're young, you make promises that seem so realistic in the moment. And as you get older, you lose that ability to be able to make promises that feel that heavy. Does that kind of make sense? Like when you're young and you say something like, I am going to love you for the rest of my life. And, you know, and you say something like that. And when you're really young and you truly, truly mean it because you don't know any better yet. And like there are some people who might have said that when they were young and it does last their entire lives, right? No, even promises to keep in touch feel a little half-hearted sometimes, I think. But I feel like it's also just, as you get older, it's really brave to make those like really big promises, if that makes sense. Like, it can be really brave to just do it anyway. This hits hard. Sorry. But it really is who I am as a person. I can't help it. Sorry. Was any of it true? Gazing at me starry-eyed in your Jehovah's Witness suit. Who the fuck was that guy? You tried to buy some pills from a friend of friends of mine. They just ghosted you. Now you know what it feels like. And I don't even want you back, I just want to know if rusting my sparkling summer was the goal. And I don't miss what we had, but could someone give a message to the smallest man who ever lived? You hung me on your wall, stabbed me with your push pins, in public showed me off, then sank in stoned oblivion. 'Cause once your queen had come, you treat her like an also-ran. You didn't measure up in any measure of a man. And I don't even want you back, I just want to know if rusting my sparkling summer was the goal. And I don't miss what we had, but could someone give a message to the smallest man who ever lived? Were you sent by someone who wanted me dead? Did you sleep with a gun underneath our bed? Were you writing a book? Were you a sleeper cell spy? In 50 years will all this be declassified? And you'll confess why you did it, and I'll say good riddance. 'Cause it wasn't sexy once, it wasn't forbidden. I would have died for your sins, instead I just died inside. And you deserve prison, but you won't get time. You'll slide into inboxes and slip through the bars. You crashed my party in your rental car. You said normal girls were boring, but you were gone in the morning. You kicked out the stage lights, but you're still performing. And in plain sight you hid, but you are what you did. And I'll forget you, but I'll never forgive the smallest man who ever lived. Thanks, V. That one's such an epic. In my humble opinion. So you know how I said I was gonna go see Sunset Boulevard? 4 a.m. drinking my coffee? Nice. Hey Karkins, have you played the Dotes? Not tonight. I think I'm too tired. I've lied to you. Online shopping? Anyway, this is one of the songs that is from Sunset Boulevard and is sung by like an actress who is kind of washed up, I guess. It's a bit different, so.
With one look, I can break your heart. With one look, I play every part. I can make your sad heart sing. With one look, you'll know all you need to know. With one smile, and the girl next door, or the love that you've hungered for. When I speak, it's with my soul. I can play any role. No words can tell the stories my eyes tell. You can write that down. No words, I'm right. It's there in black and white. When I look your way, you'll hear what I say. Yes, with one look, I put words to shame. Just one look sets the screen aflame. Silent music starts to play. One tear in my eye makes the whole world cry. With one look, they'll forgive the past. They'll rejoice I've returned at last to my people in the dark, still out there in the dark.
I have not.
Silent music starts to play. With one look, you'll know all you need to know. Yes, with one look, I'll ignite a blaze. I'll return to my glory days. They'll say no, this back at last. This time I'm staying for good. I'll be back where I was born to be. With one look, I'll be
I didn't belt it, but anyway, so in Australia, apparently Sarah Brightman is playing that role. So it'll sound like
I'll return to my glory days. I'll say no is back at last. This time I'm staying for good. I'll be back where I was born to be.
tried to do Sarah Brightman vibrato, but I can't do it. I don't know what it's going to sound like. I'll be very interested to find out. Yes, with one look, I'll ignite a place. I return to my glory days. They'll say no, Miss Back, at last. Oh, thanks, Zog. How you doing? Welcome on in. I'm not that good. I'm so sick right now, but I would love to come to New York and see The Notebook. You know what I haven't sung in a while? This. It's a good story. I met a man without a dollar to his name, who had no traits of any value but his smile. I met a man who had no yearn or claim to fame, who was content to let life pass him for a while. And I was sure that all I ever wanted was a life like the movie stars led. But he kissed me right here and he said, I'll give you stars and the moon and a soul to guide you, and a promise I'll never go. I'll give you hope to bring out all the life inside you, and the strength that will help you grow. I'll give you truth and a future that's 20 times better than any Hollywood plot. And I thought, you know, I'd rather have a yacht. I met a man who lived his life out on the road, who left a wife and kids in Portland on a whim. I met a man whose fire and passion always showed, who asked if I could spare a week to ride with him. And I was sure that all I ever wanted was a life that was scripted and planned. And he said, but you don't understand. I'll give you stars and the moon and the open highway and a river beneath your feet. I'll give you days full of dreams if you travel my way, and a summer you can't repeat. I'll give you nights full of passion and days of adventure, no strings, just warm summer rain. And I thought, you know, I'd rather have champagne. I met a man who had a fortune in the bank, who had retired at age 30, set for life. I met a man and didn't know which stars to thank, and then he asked one day if I would be his wife. And I looked up, and all that I could think of was the life I had dreamt I would live. And I said to him, what will you give? I'll give you
old cars and a townhouse in Turtle Bay and a fur and a diamond ring. And we'll be married in Spain on my yacht today, and we'll honeymoon in Beijing. And you'll meet stars at the parties I throw at my villa in Nice and Paris in June. And I thought, okay. And I took a breath. And I got my yacht. And the years went by. And it never changed and it never grew. And I never dreamed. And I woke one day. And I looked around. And I thought, my God, I'll never have the moon.
I think that song is just a warning about continuously looking for something and not appreciating what you have. Like, obviously there are relationships that you have to leave behind, but that was hard to sing with my voice the way it is tonight. All right, last one. Have a good day, Progressive.
I don't know if you can hear me or if you're even there. I don't know if you would listen to a humble prayer. Yes, I know I'm just an outcast. I shouldn't speak to you. Still, I see your face and wonder. Were you once an outcast too? God help the outcasts, hungry from birth. Show them the mercy they don't find on earth. God help my people. They look to you still. God help the outcasts, or nobody will. I ask for wealth. I ask for fame. I ask for glory to shine on my name. And I ask for love I can possess. I ask for God and His angels to bless me. I ask for nothing. I can get by, but I know so many less lucky than I. God help my people, the poor and downtrodden. I thought we all were the children of God. God
Thanks, you guys. Thanks, fish. But no. No. Occasionally I make $10 or $5 on here for singing. That's good enough for me. I just like singing for fun. And I'm less good at it than you think I am. Wait, we can have one more from The Hunchback and then I'll go to bed. Just because I love this one and not many people know it because it's from Hunchback the Musical. Maybe. It depends on what it was for.
I used to believe in the days I was naive that I'd live to see the day of justice dawn. And though I will die long before that morning comes, I'll die while believing still it will come when I am gone. Someday, when we are wiser, when the world's older, when we have learned, I pray someday we may yet live to live and let live. Someday life will be fairer, need will be rarer, greed will not pay. Godspeed this bright millennium on its way. Let it come someday. When the world's older, when things have changed, someday these dreams will all be real. Till then we'll wish upon the moon. Change will come one day, someday,
Been a cookie. Sorry, chat. I'm so tired and nauseous. I can't do anymore. I'm so sorry. To be fair, I still did what? 3 hours? I'm sorry I have to go nap. I literally can't stay awake any longer. I'm such a rip-off at the moment. I will get better though, and then I won't be a rip-off anymore. And I'll be deserving of your support. Once again. Chat, I can raid you into Montaigne. They're making music. That's so cool. All right. Am I spelling it right? Hold on. Oh, Pixel, don't cry. I'm about to come cuddle you. I get it right? I did. Everybody go over there. She's making music. So go check it out. I'm gonna go pass out. That's right, but I will give you the biggest cuddles first, my little baby. Because you are just such a good girl and I love you so much. Chat, if I'm back tomorrow, it's probably a day stream or a very late stream. Because I might play Magic Paper in between. We'll see. If not, I'll definitely be back Saturday and then obviously Sunday. So, I hope you enjoyed bits and pieces of tonight. I hope you have a wonderful day. Drink some water. Take your vitamins. Say something nice to somebody else. Doesn't include me. Has to be somebody other than me. I'm literally about to pass out on the spot here. I'll see you soon. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, everybody go be nice to